Of all the ancient structures located around the world, perhaps none is more mysterious or as enduring as the Great Pyramid at Giza. At a height of 471 feet, the Great Pyramid stood as the tallest structure in the world until the completion of the Eiffel Tower in 1889. But while other pyramids and temples contain walls filled with hieroglyphics describing their purpose, the Great Pyramid lacks even a single marking. What was its function? Why was it built? And what secrets remain hidden inside?
Nobody has been able to explain the interior design of this pyramid. It simply doesn't make sense according to our logic. You have narrow tunnels that you have to crouch. You emerge in grand galleries that are 9 meters high. You have chambers that are made of granite, where granite doesn't come from in the area. You have to ship the granite by barges 600 miles away.
It's an anonymous site, not a single inscription, not a single hieroglyph, not a single anything. It's just there.
Some people speculated that it was a temple and an initiation chamber where people would go to the king's chamber and become enlightened. There are anecdotal reports about people who have been inside the pyramid and have come out absolutely shaken because it was haunted.
Egyptologists believe that the pyramids were built to bury the dead pharaoh. The problem with the accepted view is the fact that not a single dead pharaoh's body has been found inside a pyramid, even when the pyramid was completely sealed, i.e. not a single grave robber could have entered it.
The Egyptologists say it's to conceal the body. Well, why advertise it? I mean, there's nothing more visible than a pyramid for miles. And to this day, you would have thought, in this modern age, with all the knowledge we have, we should be able to explain this pyramid. We cannot explain this pyramid.
Engineering expert Christopher Dunn has been on a personal quest to unlock the secrets of the Great Pyramid since the late 1970s. According to him, there are specific clues in the design and construction of this mega monument that can help answer exactly why it was built.
When you look at the Great Pyramid and look at the culture that built it, there are brilliant, brilliant engineers. In fact, a lot of engineers say we couldn't build the Great Pyramid today. And it was built supposedly 4,500 years ago, and it was built to the precision of a machine. When I started to do the research and I examined the Great Pyramid with the eye of a functionality, it was built like a machine. Perhaps it functioned like a machine.
The interior design of the Great Pyramid features 4 inclined air shafts emanating from the King's Chamber and the lower Queen's Chamber. Like the Great Pyramid itself, their presence and purpose cannot be easily explained.
The difficulty of building those shafts is incredible. It's a bit like building a chimney at an incline across a house. I mean, as a construction engineer, I can tell you it's a nightmare.
In 2002, a team of engineers and Egyptologists sent a small robot into one of the air shafts connected to the Queen's Chamber. After 65 meters, a stone door blocked its path. A hole was then drilled through it. On the other side was a small room with yet another door leading further up the shaft.
Since the discovery of the door, we've had every university, archaeologists, anthropologists, every engineer you can think of, nobody has been able to explain the purpose of these shafts.
But were these shafts ever open? And if they were, what might they have been used for?
The early explorers that went into the Queen's Chamber found that the walls were coated with a layer of salt. That kind of gelled with a theory that I had developed. You had a dilute hydrochloric acid solution coming down one shaft and hydrated zinc coming down the other shaft. And when they combined in the Queen's Chamber, they created hydrogen.
Hydrogen. It is one of the most powerful energy sources in the universe. In the mid-19th century, it was hydrogen gas that helped lift some of mankind's first airships, called Zeppelins, into the sky. Today, it is used as a fuel to launch rockets into space. And if, thousands of years ago, the Great Pyramid was actually producing hydrogen, that would make it one of the earliest power plants known to man.
The Giza power plant theory is essentially the drawing of energy from the Earth through the Great Pyramid and converting that energy into microwave energy. So the chemicals actually come in through the shafts into the Queen's chamber, and then they combine and mix, and hydrogen boils off. The hydrogen is then lighter than air, and it will flow into all the upper chambers. The energy from the Earth is then vibrating the whole pyramid. The vibrations are picked up in the Grand Gallery. So I proposed the Grand Gallery was a resonator hall, and there are 27 pair of slots that actually go up the length of the gallery, and then the resonators were mounted in there vertically.
Christopher Dunn is theorizing that with resonating galleries, the pyramid shot a microwave out of one of the shafts. And once you started up this power plant, it would have gone on for years, decades, even hundreds of years without stopping and creating the microwave. And that was a usable energy that could be captured.
Now, we can speculate where it goes from there. It could be collected in the immediate vicinity, or it could keep traveling off into space. We don't know. That's the mystery.